The West Lincoln Memorial Hospital. There was a big rally last night for that facility, and on site there yesterday was Tim Hudak, the Tory leader, and he joins us on the line right now. Tim, welcome back to the show.
Be back on the show, Tim.
And well, first of all, I know you've been you brought up the issue today in the legislature. I just want to play the clip of the question you asked today.
Sure.
Here we go. Here's what Tim had asked about the West Lincoln Memorial Hospital today.
Last night at attended a rally with 10,000 folks in Grimsby, standing behind a good project at West Lincoln Memorial Hospital. But sadly, Speaker, this is one of 6 projects canceled by the Liberals, including South Grey Bruce, Wingham and District Hospital, Brockfield General Hospital, St. Thomas and Elgin and Sunnybrook. Can the Deputy Minister explain why he cancels projects in PC ridings but is putting a $1.2 billion mega hospital into the city of Windsor?
So there's Tim's question today in the House and at the legislature, rather. And Tim, what was the response you got to that?
Not a good one, and we're not going to give up. But this just looks like the old school pork barrel politics at its worst. I mean, Wesley Memorial Hospital was there in line. It's a great project with extraordinary local support, and we've got hardworking people in that hospital that are living in working out of a 70-year-old building. And that was one of 6 projects canceled. 5 of them were in PC ridings. And now we find out that the finance minister himself, who made this budget, is planning on putting a $1.2 billion mega hospital in his own hometown of Windsor. That's wrong. The projects that were there in line should be moving forward instead of a massive project in the minister's own riding.
Tim, that being said, what are the chances, though, that we're going to see the West Lincoln Hospital get its build that it's been calling for years now? Do you think the rally last night had any major impact on Deb Matthews, the Liberal government, on Duncan, and allowing that project to happen?
Well, it should, and I hope so. But when they're making decisions based on what way a riding voted instead of the merits of the project, that tells you things have gone off the rails. But listen, Tim, I mean, I'm not going to give up on this. I've been there with this hospital project from the beginning. I was proud to stand with the community back in 1997 when the hospital faced closure, even though it was a PC government at the time. I've been in this business for a while, and I do believe that at the end of the day, good projects do get built. The right decisions are made. It's bad news now. It is a setback. We can't kid ourselves. But I keep fighting for this project. It's the #1 issue in my riding.
Tim, I noticed you didn't speak last night. Was there a reason for that? Did you not want to try to rally the troops, or?
Oh, I try to get on the stage. I mean, I want to be there and tell people exactly how much I appreciate their generosity and to give them a message of hope, right? Like, keep your support there for the hospital. A good project like this will go ahead once we get through all of this politics. The organizers wanted to keep partisan politics out, they told me, so Dean Allison and I were not allowed to speak, and Paul Miller, who represents the neighboring Stony Creek riding, he's an NDP member who has constituents that use the hospital too. We were there in the crowd, but they didn't want the political party members to speak. That's their decision, but I'd love to have a chance to talk about my view that this is a matter of time, and people should stay behind it and not give up hope.
Tim, some people have talked to us here at CKTB about the whole budget situation, and the NDP made a deal with the Liberals for support. Was there ever any discussion with you guys about going back to the Liberals and saying, get this done, get the West Lincoln Hospital project done, and we can look at other ways and maybe throw the support onto that budget? Because it seemed it was going to pass anyway. It seemed with the NDP's support and the NDP making some deals. Had there been any discussion of that, and perhaps on the West Lincoln front, but on a couple of other issues as well?
We did put proposals on the table, and I actually met with Dalton McGuinty face-to-face back in November the 8th, Tim. And I laid out what we wanted to see as PCs, a plan to balance the budget, to rein in spending, to cut out waste so good projects like this could go forward, and to get jobs created again. But be very direct. I mean, when you do the budget negotiations, our positions were about the big picture. I want to see this hospital project go forward, but I also, as leader of the party, have to look out for the province as a whole. The bottom line was the ideas that we put on the table were shot down by the Liberals. We were upset about this project and other ones being canceled, and the PCs were the only party that actually voted against the budget at the end of the day. I think they made, obviously, the wrong choices.
Do you believe, and I know you've already sort of said this, but do you believe that that you specifically have been targeted? And I say that as the representative for Niagara West Glanbrook. You look at what's happening in Fort Erie. Do you believe that the Liberals have been deliberately targeting your riding and your hometown as a result of because of where you're from?
I think there's half truth there. I don't think it is me particularly, but I do think they're making decisions based on what are Liberal ridings and what are PC ridings. And to hear that they're looking at a mega hospital project in Windsor that was never even on the list when these other projects are being canceled is wrong. And it shows you the kind of pork barrel politics at its worst. Yeah, I am worried that this government is putting their political interests against what's best for the province of Ontario. And listen, we're all going to fight for projects that we believe in. Like I believe in West Lincoln projects in our ridings. That's the nature of this game. I just think that projects should be rated on their merit. What's best for healthcare? Is there strong community support? Is it supporting a talented, dedicated team at the hospital? That's a test you should have, not how people voted. And I'm confident if you have that honest, objective, merit-based test, West Lincoln would have passed with flying colors.
On the issue of strong health care, we're just learning right now, it's happening right now, and we learned about an hour ago, the Niagara Health System, not without its problems in the past, Dr. Kevin Smith is unveiling his recommendations right now. And one of those recommendations, and pretty much the main recommendation, is he's calling for a new hospital for the southern tier of Niagara, and that would mean shutting down the Greater Niagara General Hospital, the Welland Hospital, and building this new facility.
I am worried this government is putting their political interests against what's best for the province of Ontario. And listen, we're all going to fight for projects that we believe in. Like I believe in West Lincoln projects in our ridings. That's the nature of this game. I just think that projects should be rated on their merit. What's best for healthcare? Is there strong community support? Is it supporting a talented, dedicated team at the hospital? That's a test you should have, not how people voted. And I'm confident if you have that honest, objective, merit-based test, West Lincoln would have passed with flying colors.
On the issue of strong health care, we're just learning right now, it's happening right now, and we learned about an hour ago, the Niagara Health System, not without its problems in the past, Dr. Kevin Smith is unveiling his recommendations right now. And one of those recommendations, and pretty much the main recommendation, is he's calling for a new hospital for the southern tier of Niagara, and that would mean shutting down the Greater Niagara General Hospital, the Welland Hospital, and building this new facility that would serve all of the southern tier, Fort Erie, Port Colborne, Welland, and Niagara Falls. What's your thought on that? Do you think that's something that needs to happen in our region? Another facility?
Well, I mean, this is new news, so I'll just give you my gut reaction.
Sure.
I mean, the NHS has been a mess. It has gone downhill fast. Like West Lincoln Memorial Hospital, you do have some old hospital buildings in those areas. And I've been very clear on this, too. I think it was tragic that the ERs are closed down in Fort Erie and Port Colborne. So I guess a lot of it depends on exactly what they're looking at for sites, what it will mean for people to get to the hospital on time. So hopefully this will be able to some public reaction. I want to know what people who depend on the system have to say. And again, I think these projects need to be based on merit, the quality of their health care. And I just want to make sure, too, that we look at projects like this, they fit into a fiscal program, and we can't lose sight of one that's already been there in line, and that's West Lincoln Memorial.
Tim, thank you very much for the time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
That's Tim Hudak. He is the leader of the Progressive Conservatives here in Ontario, weighing in on both the NHS situation and what happened last night at West Lincoln Memorial Hospital. The rally last night for the Grimsby Hospital organizers estimate the crowd at around 10 to 12,000 people who attended a rally in support of the rebuild project. It was on the football field at Grimsby Secondary School and featured a lot of live band, live music, live speeches from local doctors, patients, and politicians. If you were at that rally, give me a call, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-CKTB, toll-free number to call us at.